Well, hi there, Leslie here. I'm going to record this video. I did a live yesterday, but it was a little, and very staticky and breaking apart. So we're going to do some recorded videos instead. So today we're going to talk about turning your roadblock into an opportunity. Now, one of the things that you have to have before you start to jump into the paralegal field is you must have typing skills. You must have organization skills. If you are poor at organization, now I have to tell you that while I am excellent at work with organization, and that is one of my strong suits, that I am organizing everything, and in fact to the nth degree. But at home, I'm not that organized. I have to fight clutter all the time and keeping things where they should be, because I think that's where, for a lot of us, if we're organized at work, we have that downtime at home. It's organization throughout work and personal life. That's not me. So the clear standards are set for what you need to become or to land a paralegal job. The clear standards have nothing to do with school or an online certificate. Yes, that is true. People break in every day without that. If that's your path, go for it. It won't hurt you at all to go to school or get a certificate. If that's something that you want to do, please go for it. But for those who don't have that choice or don't want to go down that path, you can still get in to the paralegal career. You can land a job as a paralegal. But the clear standards are you must type quickly, and 60 words a minute is the base. It's not where we plunk all day slowly at 35 words a minute. We have to type fast. We have to be organizers at work. We have to, even if we're an introvert, we are multitasking and we are communicating, sometimes with vendors, always with clients, always with the attorneys. So whether you're an introvert or not, communication is key. Those are the standards. It's very clear. Now, given that you know now what the standards are, number 2 is you have to assess yourself. So where do you stand when it comes to your office skills? Whether you've worked in an office or not, but typing, knowing the alphabet. I know that sounds, ridiculously basic, but to file anything, hard copies of documents, you have to know the alphabet. So where do you stand now with those 2 items? Where do you stand with your knowledge and expertise in Microsoft Word? Excel, basic Excel, just get some basic Excel knowledge, and PowerPoint. Don't feel dejected over, oh, now I have to learn Excel. Go on YouTube, watch some videos, learn how to do basic Excel. But Microsoft Word, become an expert in your basic skills and your advanced skills. What are the advanced skills? Go watch some YouTube videos. Okay, in the legal field, they are merging. That's an advanced skill. It is knowing how to do a table of contents and knowing how to do a table of authorities. So go check that out on YouTube. Find a good teacher. You don't have to pay for those classes. Number 3, set a performance starting line. So if right now you know less than basic on Microsoft Word, you have some work to do, and don't take a week to do it. Push yourself and work on it an hour a day if you can. If not, 30 minutes. You've got to dedicate yourself to becoming an expert. Track everything that you're doing, whether it's software. You've done some research on what paralegals do in a specific area of law, what the duties are. Track it in a notebook, okay? Very important, so that you're not spinning your wheels and you're not recreating the wheel, where you looked up something and you have it in a notebook and now you're going to look it up again. That's not what you want to do as a paralegal. You want to keep good notes and you want to categorize your notes. So if you're researching what a personal injury paralegal does, what the duties of a personal injury paralegal are, hint, hint, look that up on Google. That's how you search. Google should be your BFF. You should be an expert researcher on Google right now. That's another performance standard. The clear standard will be becoming an expert in looking things up on Google. You will not believe how that will come in handy. So what's the goal today? Assess yourself, and then how can you improve yourself? How can you improve your own knowledge about what paralegals do? Use Google, look up the duties of what a paralegal does in a specific area of law, whether it's business law, commercial law, administrative law. Maybe you haven't heard of that one. What else? Criminal law, family law, real estate law, workers' compensation law, insurance defense law, so many areas. So which one floats your boat? In my book, Legal Break-In, I talk about those areas that fit your personality, and I go over some of those areas. I take you in on inside a day in the life of certain types of paralegals. So if you haven't purchased that book, go look for it. It's on Amazon. It's called Legal Break-In by Leslie Williams. It might say L. Williams. I would recommend getting the Kindle book. Okay, that is the most up to date. So, turning a roadblock, what you perceive as a roadblock, into an opportunity. Okay, the more you know about what a paralegal does every day, the more you'll be able to communicate to the attorney in your cover letter and during the interview that you know how to do 2 or 3 of the duties that type of paralegal has to perform. And that's important because you've got to convince the attorney that you are ready to take this job. They know you're entry level. They know you're a new paralegal. You're at the very basic level, but you've taken it to a next step where you've looked up what a paralegal does in personal injury, patent law, trademark law, whatever it is, whatever job you're applying to. You've looked up what that paralegal does. And what I did is I created a class called Cover Letter Secrets. And in that class, I provide 2 cover letter templates and 6+ videos to walk you through how to do that cover letter so it will impress the attorney. And one of the ways is to figure out what that paralegal does, because you've got to prove it to the attorney. They don't run a school at the private law firm, nonprofit, legal department of a corporation, government agency, courthouse. They don't run a school. People have to keep their work going during the day. They don't have time to train you. Even if the ad says they provide training, it's really not true. So take what you perceive as a roadblock. And one of the roadblocks that people will say, this is a roadblock, this is the way it is, and it isn't, is that they only want experience. They only want to hire people with experience. That is so not true. You cannot apply to the wrong jobs, the jobs that require 3 to 10 years experience. You are not ready for that. You're not ready for prime time yet. You are entry level. You are a rank beginner. You have a lot to learn. You have so much to learn, your head will swim, whether you have a PhD in paralegal studies, you know, or a master's or bachelor's. It doesn't matter. You still have a ton to learn. So remove the roadblock of all they want is experience. You're applying to the wrong jobs. And in my course, Paralegal Inner Circle class, I teach you how to look at those job ads and dissect them, and which ones you should not apply to, which ones should you apply to, all the strategies involved. So check that out when you have a second, all right? So the roadblocks that you see are because you're listening to other people, or you've applied and no one's biting. No one is responding to your resume and cover letter. That's because you're not communicating. And I highly suggest you take my class, Cover Letter Secrets, and the Paralegal Inner Circle class. In the Paralegal Inner Circle class, you'll also have a whole module on doing and handling the interview. These are all so important to you. And also, you'll learn how to manage your workload. Very important. That's something that you want to explain to an attorney, whether they ask that question or not. You want to explain that to the attorney, how you're going to handle everything. If they don't ask that question, you have to volunteer it, and you have to ask questions in that interview. And I don't mean about benefits or vacation or 401ks. I don't mean that at all. That's a question that is natural to ask, or questions at the end of the interview. But certainly there are other questions that you should be asking to interview the interviewer. It's important for you to land in the right position and not be in a position where it's just a horror show, okay? And it's not a fit for you. You want to make this the best fit possible for you. All right, so the roadblocks of, or the roadblock of, oh, I don't have experience, so I just can't get hired. I know that seems like a natural assumption, but that's really not why they're not hiring you. You haven't proven to them that you've gone the extra mile and you've looked up some things and you can explain to them how you will help them. See? So you have to sell your skills and newfound skills in the interview, and before that, in the cover letter. All right, so that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. Don't let the lack of experience stop you. There are ways around it, and I teach you that. So have a great day, and any questions, comments, please comment below. If you're on YouTube, check out the links in the description box and comment in the comment section. On Facebook, comment below. Any questions regarding this video, just simply comment below. I would love to hear from you. So have a great one, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.